School. I hardly saw Via at school this year. When I did, it was awkward. I felt like she was judging me. I knew she didn't like my new look. I knew she didn't like my group of friends, and I didn't like hers. We actually never argued, we just drifted away. Ella and I badmouthed her to each other. She's such a prude. She's so this, so that. We knew we were being mean, but it was easier to ice her out if we pretended she had done something to us. But the truth is, she hadn't changed at all. We had. We'd become these other people, and she was still the person she'd always been. That annoyed me so much, I don't know why. Once in a while, I'd look to see where she was sitting in the lunchroom or check the elective list to see what she'd sign up for. But except a few nods in the hallway and the occasional hello, we never spoke to each other. I noticed Justin about halfway through the year. I hadn't noticed him at all before then, other than that he was a skinny, cutish dude with thick glasses and longish hair that carried a violin everywhere. Then one day I saw him in front of the school with his arm around Via. So Via has a boyfriend, I said to Ella, kind of mockingly. I don't know why it surprised me that she'd have a boyfriend. Out of the three of us, she was totally the prettiest. Blue eyes with long, wavy, dark hair. But she just never acted like she was interested in all in boys. She acted like she was too smart for that kind of stuff. I had a boyfriend too, a guy named Zach. When I told him I was choosing the theater elective, he shook his head and said, "Careful, you don't want to turn into a drama geek." Not the most sympathetic dude in the world, but very cute. Very high up in the totem pole, a varsity jock. I wasn't planning on taking theater at first. Then I saw Via's name on the sign-up sheet and I wrote my name down on the list. I don't even know why. We managed to avoid each other throughout most of the semester, like we didn't know each other. Then one day I got to theater class a little early and Davenport asked me to run off additional copies of the play he was planning for us to do for the spring production, The Elephant Man. I'd heard about it, and I didn't really know what it was about, so I started skimming through the pages when I was waiting for the Xerox machine. It was about a man who lived more than 100 years named John Merrick, who was terribly deformed. "We can't do this play, Mr. D," I told him when I got back to class, and I told him why. My little brother has a birth defect and a deformed face, and this play would hit too close to home. He seemed annoyed and a little unsympathetic, but I kind of said that my parents would have a real issue with the school doing the play, so anyway, we ended up switching to our town. I think I went for the role of Emily Gibbs because I knew Via was going for it too, and it never occurred to me that I would beat her for the role.